Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I'm DGW, and in today's video I want to take a look at the squad leader role in Hella Loose. As much as engineers, anti-tanks, support players, a good squad leader can be very influential to the progress of the match. His primary task is to enable the team and his squad to get into the battle areas by placing down the garrisons and OPs. Map knowledge and map awareness, good understanding of tactics and strategical thinking, a management style that will resonate with the players, situational awareness, adaptability and good communicative skills are essential for a good squad leader. As such, the role can be quite overwhelming. And so, via this tutorial I want to help you understand its challenges, understand the possibilities that the role offers and become better at it for your own benefit, for the benefit of your squad and your team. If you want to learn more about the squad leader role, stick around, watch the video and I'll break it all down for you.
Nice, sorry, damn it.
Down.
He's taking AT5, we need to stop him from getting it down. Protect.
Before diving into the video, I just want to do a small call out. If you liked the video, remember to leave a like, leave a comment below and I'll always make sure to respond to it, and subscribe to the channel if you feel like seeing more. And if you do end up subscribing, let me know in the comments and I'll personally thank you for it. Now, sorry for that little intermission, let's get on with the video. Now before going into the details and the mechanics of the role, let's first take a look at the possible loadouts. For both the German as well as the American side, the squad leader role is divided in 3 different tiers. The first possibility is your standard issue, available from the get-go. For the Americans, the loadout is therefore comprised of the Thompson with 6 clips, a M1911 Colt pistol, 2 smoke grenades, 2 explosive grenades, 2 bandages, a watch, a pair of binoculars, as well as a bread and butter knife. Now pretty much all of these utensils speak for themselves, except for the watch. It's not for telling the time, but it is for placing down the OPs and the garrisons. Now on the German side, the first tier has an MP40. For pistol he carries a Luger P08, 2 explosive grenades, 2 smoke grenades, 2 bandages, the same watch, a poop scoop and a pair of binoculars again. The second tier, so-called point man, is available from level 3. The only difference for the American side is that the Thompson gets replaced by the M1 carbine with 12 clips. As for the German point man, the Gewehr 43 replaces the MP40. Also his pistol is replaced by the Walther P38. The third and final tier, so-called NCO, available from level 6, does have some more differences. In American case, the primary weapon is the M1 Garand with 19 clips, but he no longer carries a pistol. Also, both grenade options, smoke and explosive, are increased to 3 pieces instead of 2. On the German side, again there is no pistol, and the primary weapon is changed to the K98 with 13 clips, and again the number of grenades is increased to 3 each. The application of each of the potential roles, when unlocked, require a bit of tactical thinking. A submachine gun like the MP40 or the Thompson is more useful in close quarter combat, but at any kind of range these weapons become quite ineffective. You'll end up going through your ammo quite quickly. Both the point man and the NCO therefore are much more suited to open areas like Foy. To my opinion, the American NCO does have the advantage of the M1 Garand instead of having a bolt action rifle like the Germans. When it comes to range effectiveness, obviously the K98 is better, but the rate of fire in close quarter combat can actually end up costing you your life. A semi-automatic weapon allows you to rapidly fire a second, a third or even a fourth shot, whereas the K98, if you miss that first shot in close quarter combat, you're in big trouble, because chances are that you're not gonna get a second shot off. In any case, applying the right role to the right map and the right circumstances is therefore a vital choice. Perhaps the most important role is to allow the team to be able to get into the battle areas. To do so, the squad leader can place down a OP available for spawn only to his own squad, as well as garrisons to which the entire team can spawn. Now, placing down an OP costs no supplies and can be done every 2 minutes, either for updating it or replacing it if it gets taken down. Placing down a garrison in friendly territory, however, will cost you 50 supplies, whereas if you place it in enemy territory, it will cost you 100 supplies. In both cases, enabling the team and the squad to get into the battles, to get into flanks, etc. is what determines the success of your team. The more options there are available and the more diverse these options are, the better your team can adapt to specific situations. Placing down a OP or a garrison is as simple as selecting your watch, hold down your right mouse button and use the scroll wheel to select what type you want. You can rotate the object using your Q and E buttons. When you're happy with the placement, remembering obscurity as well as potential cover, left click and hold until it's placed. As of update 9, there is a maximum of 8 garrisons a team can place. In an attacking sense, one garrison is no garrison. You should always have at least one flanking option, preferably 2 or even 3. Now, these options can be placed down both in friendly as well as enemy territory, depending where the enemy stronghold actually is. When it comes to placing down defensive garrisons, a stronghold directly available to the enemy for capture should always have at least 1, maybe even 2 backup garrisons. As garrisons have to be placed at least 200 meters apart, which is a full grid square on the map by the way, placing them somewhat around a stronghold can actually help you be alerted if a certain flank gets overrun. Same by the way can be said for the OP. Use the radar function wisely by placing them down strategically. Remember, they're not only for spawning, they also alert you when enemies get within 50 meters. Don't place an OP very close to a garrison, because it makes it useless. Rather try and spread them out. A garrison is a more permanent option for spawning as well as this radar function, so to say, whereas the OP gives you more flexibility. An OP can be easily updated every 2 minutes if the situation requires so, both defensive as well as offensive. The next important aspect is communication and coordination. A good squad leader has a microphone available. I know this game offers written chat, but when you're typing you cannot control anything you're doing. You can't move and you can't shoot, rendering you completely defenseless. This obviously does not only apply to an officer, but it applies to every single role in the game. When it comes to the command chat, available by holding X, coordinating what squad does what is very important. With or without a commander, or a good commander for that matter, the squads can still coordinate who does what, who defends, who attacks, who builds nodes, etc. Essentially, you can break it down to the following. Ask what needs to be done, say what you are gonna do, and relay any kind of information that you have on the enemy and their movements on the battlefield. You as a squad leader essentially are the liaison officer between the command chat as well as the squad chat. As for your squad, other than the random chit chat, let them know what you need somebody to do, ask if there's anything they need, say a supply truck or something similar, and relay any requests or information that comes from the command chat. Something like the commander just issued a bombing run on such and such location, or the commander needs nodes to be built. And obviously any information that you get from the command chat about enemy movements, enemy garrisons, OPs, etc. Also, there's nothing wrong with a bit of personal communication, you know, about your dog, about your girlfriend or whatever. But remember, any kind of chat can be also distractive. So especially in the heat of the battle, try to keep it as straightforward as possible and only say the things that need to be said. The third requirement of a squad leader is know your game. What's happening, where is it happening, and what needs to be done about it. Apart from the previously discussed chatting options, your map can give you vital information. First of all, we go back to the radar function of the OPs and the garrisons. It tells you where the enemy is moving around. Secondly, it shows you what options you have if you're attacking. Is it wise to do a frontal attack, or is it better to flank? Is there an existing flank already? All this ties into strategy of course, but it also helps you decide what you and your squad should be up to next. Let's say this is just simple situational awareness, what's going on around you. Second part of knowing your game is knowing what to do if you see a certain thing happening. If you see the enemy is flanking, let other squads know and inform your own squad. use the marker option you have available by either right-clicking on the map or using the middle mouse button and selecting what you are seeing. Now please note, however, not everything that you can put down is visible to the entire team. Some things are only visible to your squad, some things to the entire team, and some things only to command. On screen you see a small breakdown of this, and I'll make this available for download. Just click the link in the description below. As said, each map square is 200 by 200 meters and gets divided into numpads. It's the same as on your keyboard. It starts in the left bottom with 1 and ends in the right top with 9. This grid is helpful in pointing out where something is happening if you for some reason are not able to ping. Also be aware that the commander can issue a recon plane. This takes a picture of the area which the recon plane is flying over. Enemy infantry is indicated by red dots. Open diamonds are trucks and closed diamonds are tanks. Do note, however, that no structures the enemy has built are indicated, so no garrisons, no nodes, no defenses, etc. Another thing to keep in mind is that some structures in the game do provide cover from being spotted by the recon plane. The recon tank can also take a situational picture. Essentially works exactly the same as a recon plane, but then is relayed by the recon tank to the rest of the team. The information provided by both these recon options is only visible to the squad leader and the commander. So make sure you take a good look at your map when these options are available and inform your squad by placing down marks and telling them what is going on where. The fourth part of being a good squad leader is quite a personal one. How you approach your squad and the other squad leaders will determine how good your cooperation is going to be. Personally, I don't think being too authoritarian, too aggressive in what you need and what you demand, so to say, is going to help you. My personal preference is, instead of telling somebody what they need to do, is to ask them if they can do something for you and what they need to get it done. Now remember, not everybody has a mic and you'll run into this. As long as somebody responds, even in written chat, be happy that they communicate. If you need a certain person in your squad or the entire squad to do something, first of all ask it, then encourage them to do something, and compliment them if they achieve a certain thing or they do something, take down an enemy garrison, destroy an enemy tank, build specific nodes, etc. A simple thank you, a simple compliment goes a long way. And on a personal note, crack a few jokes, it always helps, even if they're bad. In the end, the effectiveness of you as a squad is dependent on you as a squad leader. You're 6 random guys from all over the planet in theory, and you're gonna need to get along for up to 90 minutes and get the jobs done that need to be done. It starts with you as a squad leader. Now I am fully aware this is a lot of information, and for some of you this might seem like a very demanding role, and yes, it basically is. Never be afraid to point out it is your first time or you're not very used to playing a specific role. Most guys on the battlefield are more than willing to give you advice and to help you along. But let me quickly summarize the squad leader role in general. Make sure those spawns are available. Place them strategically to be effective both defensive as well as offensive. Secondly, keep a close eye on your map. Marks placed down by other squad leaders, pings from your squad, as well as the radar function from the OPs and the garrisons can tell you a hell of a lot of what's going on in a battle. Thirdly, communicate and coordinate. What's happening, where is it happening, what needs to be done, and what am I or we gonna do. Remember to approach your team members and squad members in a friendly manner. Good cooperation and encouragement will get more things done by them for you than being an authoritarian leader. Make sure you listen closely to what your squad has to say and always see what you can do to help them out. Be open to any kind of suggestions that they have. One of your squad members may have a great idea about a flank or placing down a garrison, etc. Adapt to the situation around you. Use the options that the game offers. Try to relay any information that you have, either from command or from your squad, or by your own eyes for that matter, so everybody has a constant update of the situation in a specific part of the map. I think that pretty much covers the role of a squad leader. Again, it's a pretty long video and there's a lot of information. Yet I do think this video will help you be better at it for your own sake as well as the rest of the players with you. Furthermore, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know and help me out by leaving a like and telling me in the comments what you think of the video, what you think of the information provided. Did I miss something? Did I get anything wrong? Or maybe you have suggestions about specific tactics. And if you want to be updated about any new videos and tutorials I put up, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And though maybe the least important part of this entire video, I did want to say that I just recently reached 50 subscribers. And I know that makes me one of the smaller channels on the platform, but it still makes me proud and happy that I've achieved this. I appreciate every view, every like, every comment and every sub. And of course I hope that the community that I'm slowly building here will continue to grow. I'll always make sure to respond to every comment and appreciate any kind of feedback you guys give me. Now, all that being said and done, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.